stuff.
You to this beautiful corner of the state of Arkansas, northwest Arkansas, Fayetteville, home of the Razorbacks. And the site of this much anticipated battle between the undefeated Alabama Crimson Tide and the undefeated Arkansas Razorback. It's the Home Depot SEC on CBS, and here comes Alabama. Coach Nick Saban. Here come the Hogs. Good afternoon, everybody. Vern Lundquist along with Gary Danielson and Tracy Wolfson. Our crew circled this date when the schedule was announced. We hope to be here. Alabama, defending national champions, I think thought they would be here 3-0. Arkansas hoped to get here undefeated as well. But to accomplish that, they had to win on the road at Georgia last week. They did in thrilling fashion. And so, Gary, we have undefeated against undefeated. I know it's only September, but give me your sense of how big this game is.
Vern, I think this is the most important football game that has been played in college football this season. I'll tell you why. The SEC has 4 in a row won the national championship, and they got all the tiebreakers. The winner of this conference will most likely be there again. Everybody else is looking for Alabama to lose. This is a big game.
Alabama, of course, the defending national champions, winning over Texas. By now, we've gotten used to this galaxy of stars.
They really are. They're a wonderful team, and they've got a great scheme. Nick Saban has put together a wonderful blend of football players all over the field at every level, whether it's running back, backup running back, quarterback, or even wide receiver. They have 6 preseason All-Americans on this football team, and all of them are playmakers. And when you look at them, they really don't have a weakness from Barron to Jones to anybody you pick out. And that doesn't even count the offensive line as we put that galaxy of stars together. This is one of the best college football teams I've seen in a long time.
Well, it is not as if the Razorbacks come in here without their own quality players.
Didn't your old partner Frank Broyles, the legendary coach, how would he put it? This is a fine Arkansas football team, and they really are. And not just because they have a great quarterback. They have weapons all over the field, maybe arguably as good as receiving core as anybody in the country, and they will be weapons throughout the day. But let's be honest, they're not going to win unless their All-American quarterback has a big game. He was awful last year against Alabama. He's thought about it all year, and if he doesn't have his A game today, Arkansas cannot win.
All right, Gary, for more, let's go down to Tracy Wolfson.
Thanks, Vern. Arkansas head coach Bobby Petrino told me the biggest difference with his team is their confidence. He told them since the spring, believe. Well, every Friday night he does a devotional, and he said more often than not, that's the story of David versus Goliath. Well, not this week. He told them we're not David anymore. He said it's time for us to be the great big guy and go out there and beat the heck out of the little guy. He said it's time for us not to be the underdog. And guys, he has this team believing that they can take down Goliath today.
All right, Tracy, thank you. Cold front moved through here day before yesterday, and it's a very pleasant late September afternoon. 76 degrees, winds calm, and the forecast, though it is overcast now, for clearing later this afternoon. Alabama leads the series 10-8. They've won the last 3, including a convincing thumping a year ago. The last Arkansas win was here in double overtime in 2006. Arkansas won the toss. They have elected to receive, and here's a small note of irony. The kick returner for the Razorbacks is Madricus Humphrey, whose dad, Bobby, was one of the great running backs in Alabama history. And Humphrey takes it back. That's only his 4th kickoff return of the year. A true freshman out of Hoover High School in Alabama. His mom and dad, Bobby and Barbara, are in attendance this afternoon. Ryan Mallett, have at it.
Well, you know, the first thing everybody asks me, what's your first impression as a quarterback to quarterback? Envious. That's what comes to mind. Oh, my goodness. He's got everything.
Broderick Green will open. And this might be the, high snap. Play fake Mallett. He's got a receiver open. It's out of the backfield. Jarius Wright flying down the sidelines, and a huge gain. Well, one of the streaks for Ryan Mallett is that he has thrown one pass in excess of 25 yards every game he's played. That takes care of that streak.
Streak's alive. Bad snap to start. How do you snap it over a guy who's 6'6" or 6'7"? He makes a great catch, and then he redirects his eyes downfield. It was supposed to go to DJ Williams right here, but he sees Jarius coming right across the field, and Jarius Wright wide open. What an opening play for Arkansas.
That's a gain of 31. Now out of the spread, here's Mallett back for the second time. He's got a man wide open. It's Ronnie Wigno, number 20. Scoots in for the touchdown, Arkansas. My goodness.
Well, Georgia held him to 3 plays. Alabama, it only took 2 plays for Ryan Mallett to score.
Zach Hawker on for the extra point. We played 50 seconds. It's 7-0.
Well, this is a total bust for the Alabama defense. There's the back. He's just going to wheel out. The receiver comes in, and Alabama does not cover him. Miscommunication. Somehow, Alabama, one guy's playing man, and the rest are playing zone. Let me show you one more time. If we could take that play one more. I think we had one player playing man, the rest playing zone, and look how calm Ryan Mallett comes off. Arkansas could not have started out any better. 2 plays, 7-0.
Well, a little look at the rivalry. Alabama defeated Arkansas twice in the Sugar Bowl. The only 2 times they played previous to Arkansas's entrance into the SEC. Alabama has won the last 3, but this place is buzzing. Well, more than buzzing. It's electric after that Arkansas start. Pass of 31, pass of 43, it's 7-zip. Trent Richardson, who returned a kickoff 91 yards. Duke is back. Here's the kick. Julio Jones is also there. It's Richardson. Tough to bring down. Take 6. And let's go back, Gary, and take a look at the touchdown.
Vern, it was a total breakdown by DeMarcus Milliner. Watch this right here. This guy right here is a bust. We're going to show you everybody else is playing zone. One guy is playing man-to-man. Milliner follows his receivers, but look at everybody else. Zone, 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 zone. One guy playing man-to-man. That's a recipe for disaster.
Milliner is the only true freshman starting for the Crimson Tide. There's Ryan Mallett. Oh, he dreamed about this kind of start. Mark Ingram, Heisman Trophy winner, deep back in the eye behind Greg McElroy. Ingram goes left. Dropped by Jericho Nelson, number 31. McElroy, I think you know the story by now, out of South Lake Carroll High School. 16-0 state champions there. Sat behind John Parker Wilson at Alabama. He's undefeated as a starting quarterback for the Crimson Tide. Last time he lost as a starter, he was in the 8th grade. 3 wideouts. Ingram's in the backfield. Darius Hanks out of the slot position, but good defense.
That didn't look right. I don't know what happened with that snap, but that looked like that was almost a disastrous play right there also.
And now let's take a look at the Alabama offense presented by Chick-fil-A. Up front, Carpenter, Warmack, Vlahos, Barrett Jones, and the redshirt freshman DJ Fluker. It's Julio Jones, Williams, Ingram, Preston Dial, and Marquise Mays. 3rd down, 11, and 4 wideouts this time. Ingram is one of them. He's split wide left. McElroy. Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Almost picked off by Isaac Madison as McElroy threw it behind his intended receiver.
Well, it's so funny because Isaac Madison changed his number from 24 to 6 so he could get a pick 6. Well, he had a gift right here. That was a pick 6, and he missed it right to him on the play.
Now Joe Adams will be back to return the punt.
My goodness.
Yeah. Marquise Mays was the intended receiver. Now Cody Mandel is back on 4th and 11. Joe Adams at the 28. Line drive. One hopper. Adams will, oh boy, played dangerously close.
Not pretty, but very effective punt.
Yeah. Razorbacks go the length in 2 plays. Alabama 3 and out. Hogs lead by 7. We are back in Fayetteville. It's time now to take a look at our Home Depot tools for success.
And he's got a lot of them, Vern. This guy, it's no secret. He was a big-time recruit from the time he was about in 9th or 10th grade. Everyone knows about his arm strength. I mean, he's got unlimited range on the field, but he's very underrated in his footwork. Look at that wrong foot throw right there against Florida last year. Decision making, like the first play of the game. This is the same play. Number 1 was covered, came back to the backside and hit it on the bootleg. And then obviously to be a great quarterback in this league or in the next league, you have to make clutch plays. And that play he made against Georgia last week was that clutch player of the year.
Well, you can see 40 touchdown passes, 20 of them 25 yards or more. And first down now at the 11 as Joe Adams failed to field the punt, and it cost him about 12 yards. Mallett under center. Toss. Left side. Broderick Green, number 29. And let's take a look now at the Razorback offense. And it's presented by Chick-fil-A. Up front, DeMarcus Love, Grayson, Swanson, Bailey, and Dominguez. And they will flip. Strong and weak. Adams and Childs wideouts. Niall Davis was scheduled to be the starter. But it's been Broderick Green, number 29. And now here's the empty backfield and Mallett. 4-man pressure by the Alabama. Joe Adams, number 3 with the catch. Flag.
Yeah, they're going to get a face mask on that one. Well, last year it was Arkansas that was the deer in the headlights. So far in this game, they don't seem like they're at all nervous.
Matt Moore is our referee today, and here's the call.
Personal foul, face mask, number 35 of the defense. 15-yard penalty, and end of the run, first down.
I think it was Nico Johnson, number 35, that had the face mask on that one. Yes, it was, very clearly.
And now the defense. Marcel Darius, Chapman, Damian Square gets the start. Harris, Hightower, Nico Johnson, Ed Stinson starting for Courtney Upshaw, who is bothered by a bad ankle. First down and 10. Whoops.
And I was at practice Thursday, Vern. Ryan Mallett, when he wants to change a play, and he changes a lot of them, will go easy, easy. And I guess that time it's going to go against Alabama again.
Prior to the snap, offside, number 57 of the defense, 5-yard penalty, First down.
Now that's Marcel Darius, who, as I think most of you know, had to sit out 2 games for his attendance at a party held by an agent in Miami last summer.
So you can see the offensive line reacted to Darius's movement on the easy call.
2 receivers left side. And they'll run it left. This is Green again. Broderick Green, number 29. Arkansas looking for a ground game that has been almost non-existent. Of course, you've got Mallett throwing for yards and touchdowns in every game.
Yeah, well, you really would have to have a lot of patience to call runs, wouldn't you, out here? I know Bobby Petrino says we want to stay balanced and we want to run the ball, but the ability of his quarterbacks and the wide receivers, you almost look at every play you run as a wasted opportunity.
Second down. Niall Davis is the running back now. He comes left and gets just enough to get the first down before he is knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Alabama had allowed only 1 touchdown. That was Duke last week in that 62-13 thrashing Alabama laid on the Blue Devils. And here's Kirby Smart, defensive coordinator for Nick Saban's bunch. First down 10. Adams in motion. Mallett lobs it out. Niall Davis can't hold on. Second down 10.
See, that's what Ryan Mallett has to do, Vern, in this football game, is be calm, but flip the switch quickly. When he sees pressure, just calmly just dump it off. And this time he's going to dump it off, avoid the sack. Didn't get a completion here, should have, obviously, but calmly manage the pocket. You know, on the other side of the field, Alabama's trying to do the opposite. As Nick Saban likes to say, hit the box.
Adams on the quick flip. Works his way down the sidelines, across the 50, out of bounds at the 49. Dre Kirkpatrick, number 21, with the tackle.
Let's make this point. The experience for Alabama is on offense. Okay, you saw the breakdown on defense. Also remember, they are the defending national champions. They've been through a lot. But so far this season, this is the first time they've trailed in any football game.
They have previous wins this year: San Jose State, Penn State, and Duke. 3 wide receivers to the left. Here's the change from Ryan Mallett. 3rd and 4. Flagged.
How about that little chest smash? Kirby Smart, the defensive coordinator for Alabama, switched out of the defense when Mallett called the play, and then there was going to try to be a double switch.
False start. Number 71 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Mallett was attempting to audible again. 2 audibles on 1 play.
Well, the first meeting between 2 top 10 teams in Fayetteville since '79. Houston came in and defeated Arkansas in that game. And of course, over the course of the years, Razorbacks have not fared especially well against top-ranked teams. 5 defensive backs on 3rd and 9. Wow.
Flickered again. Second time with either delay of the game or movement on the line of scrimmage. I think it was Dominguez that time, number 73, that moved. Might have been the clock, too, though.
Prior to the snap, false start. Number 45 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
DJ Williams, the tight end.
See, Alabama, that's what they really put pressure on you with their blitz packages. 3rd and long. They're coming with the house. That's the strength, the nickel defense for Alabama.
From 3rd and 4 to 3rd and 14. Mallett flips it out left side. This is Ronnie Wingo, who in the opening drive caught a touchdown pass of 43 yards. Mark Barron with a tackle, number 4, and the Crimson Tide will get it back. Dylan Breeding, who is another from Hoover, Alabama, is on to punt. Said he attended every Alabama home game since he could remember until he graduated from Hoover. There was no offer from the Crimson Tide. He wound up here in Arkansas, and he's off to a great start this year. He's averaging 46.8. That one takes an Alabama bounce and is down at the 19-yard line. 8:15 to go. Coming up, you recognize this fella. Won a Heisman last year. Mark Ingram.
Series against Penn State, Alabama went empty very successfully. Look at this. They're going to go shotgun and similar things to empty. Here they do have Ingram in the game.
Lejos snaps it back. McElroy with a lot of time. He goes into the the left flank. Michael Williams, number 89, the tight end with the catch. Well, let's introduce you to the Razorback defense, which has improved dramatically from a year ago when they were 12th in the conference. Beckett, Davis, Jones, and Ambrose up front. Leon, a former safety, Jerry Franklin, Jericho Nelson, the linebackers, Broadway, Krim, Thomas, and Madison. And a Wildcat formation with Mark Ingram now to take the direct snap. Has enough for the first down at right tackle. Jerry Franklin, number 34, who leads the Razorbacks in tackles, has this one. Ingram, as you know, missed the first 2 games because of arthroscopic knee surgery and said he's not at 100%, maybe in a couple of weeks.
Wow.
But he's awfully quickly,
sure
back awfully quickly. Now McElroy back at the quarterback spot. Play fake, little pressure. McElroy finds the open man. That's Darius Hanks. Breaks a tackle, and he's picked up 12, 13 yards. Rudell Krim, number 4, with the stop.
Well, we talked to Mark Ingram about his knee, and he said, I wanted to play against Penn State, but I guess the best decision was to hold me out 1 more week so I could get a full week of practice. And you can see his feet. He has the quickest feet for a plus 200-pound running back. He's just something to watch when he has that football.
And he remains in the running back spot. That's Preston Dial, number 85, who starts in motion. Ingram with a big hole. Stiff arm. Foot race at the 20. And the Razorbacks cannot stop him. Touchdown. He did a little tap dance down the sideline and is in for the score as Thomas and Broadway chased him, did not get him.
Well, come on. Ramon Broadway, number 26, wrap the guy up and save a touchdown. This is wonderful blocking up front, and Ingram hits the hole better than anybody in college football. He finds the crease. He's big. 1 missed tackle by Thomas, and then Broadway comes around, has an opportunity to save a touchdown, and just tries to block him out of bounds.
Jeremy Smelly, number 90, is a perfect 14 of 14 now. On extra points for the year. Mark Ingram, who rushed 9 times for 151 yards last week, jumps out to a 54-yard gain on that touchdown.
Well, last year, Arkansas gave up 60 plays of more than 20 yards. This year, their longest was 18 yards until that run. Not only does he have great vision and anticipation, but look at his balance to keep his feet in bounds. Alabama answers the call. It started off bad, but their offense is really good.
A lot of enthusiasm from Nick Saban. Watch Fantasy Football today to get the last-minute news and analysis you need to set up your Fantasy League lineup. It's live every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern only on CBSSports.com. Now let's revisit the touchdown run.
Well, Barrett Jones, the All-American, preseason All-American, number 75, had a wonderful block on that play. So did DJ Fluker, the right tackle.
Kate Foster will kick off, number 43. And Madrikas Humphrey, number 83, is back to return it for the second time. Well, Foster almost fell down. It's a very short kick. Taken at the 10-yard line. And returned out across the 30 near the 34. Ross Rasner, number 35. Linebacker moved up to make the catch.
Well, it's number 75 on 54. Jones versus Jones. And the guy in white wins this one, the All-American. Watch this. Just turns his man, gets his rear end in the hole, which is what you're supposed to do. And Ingram cuts off of Fluker's block, number 76, on the middle linebacker. And Ingram, who only had 50 yards last year, has already topped that in this game.
Mallett play fake. First receivers. Oh, boy. High on the right side. It was intended for Kobe Hamilton and Dre Kirkpatrick, number 21.
I watched Ryan Mallett all day Thursday. He never once made a throw where he didn't rearrange his feet and make a throw. On that one right there, he just threw flat-footed to his right. He anticipated a guy open. That's where he gets himself into trouble.
So footwork is still a problem, you would say?
On that one it was.
Okay. 2nd and 10. Draw play. Green. Young man from Little Rock who began his career in Southern California with the Trojans. Transferred back home. Dante Hightower, number 30, makes the tackle. Big moment here for Dante Hightower. It was in this game a year ago in the first quarter that he suffered a knee injury, torn ACL, out for the year. Said it was a clean block, but this one he's been anticipating. 5 defensive backs in on 3rd down. Mallett, right side, left side rather. And look at Broderick Green. Will Lowry, number 29, the walk-on defensive back, tried to grab the jersey from behind, and the 29 in red took him with him.
Watch how fast Ryan Mallett anticipates a free man coming, throws hot to the outside. That time he showed his quick release to the outside, hit his hot. That's a decision that a quarterback makes, that has to make when you're facing this Alabama blitz package on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 9, a first down in a 7-7 ball game. Incomplete. Intended for Jarius Wright. Now let's go back to the studio for this John Hancock update. Here's Tim Brando.
Vern, Gary Danielson and I spoke this week earlier, and he told me Matt Sims was a tough kid. Look at him stay in the pocket here. 25 yards for the game-winning touchdown in double overtime to Denarius Moore. 32-29 over a good UAB team coached by Neil Callaway. Back to you.
All right, Tim, thank you. 2nd down and 10 here, 7-7 game. Late first quarter. They'll come left side. It's Broderick Green again getting a lot of work. He was actually the leading runner for last year's team, but modest numbers in the 400s, 432 yards. Lester makes the tackle. Robert Lester, number 37. This ground game has been much discussed. They do it more by committee. We're seeing a lot of Broderick Green today, but we'll see Wingo and Niall Davis and Dennis Johnson. He is unavailable on the injured list. Suffered a torn bowel in week 2. 6 defensive backs now. Mallett up. Reads it. He's got Jarius Wright left side. That might be enough for the first down.
That's a tough matchup for Mark Barron that time, the safety on Wright. That's the kind of the thing with this Arkansas offensive line. They're going to come from a lot of different angles. Jarius Wright, I believe, is right here in the slot. Up front, 3-man line. Marcel Darius lines up at defensive end and then shifts down, but Mallett moves up in the pocket and dumps it off to the right guy.
It's a yard short. Razorbacks will go for it. Broderick Green is in the backfield. Flag down.
Boy, already. And now that's going to probably force a punt.
Bobby Petrino looks on in his third year here.
If it's against Arkansas, it'll force a punt. If it's the other way, obviously a first down.
Before the foul, the clock was stopped. The previous play is under further review.
Might be the spot.
Yes.
I thought it was close to the marker. Of course, the chain is across the field, but
well, it looked like he got it. That's pretty close, it looked like to me, doesn't it? I mean, I don't see how they can change much of that.
I don't either. Now Mallett takes the opportunity to get over to the bench. Ryan Mallett, I think most of you know his story. Grew up until he was 10 years old in Lincoln, 20 miles south of the stadium. Said his most vivid memory as a boy was parking cars here, sitting. There was no seating in the south end zone back then in '98, and he would sit on a hill and he watched Arkansas thrash Alabama in a game here in 1998. Family moved to Texarkana. He wanted to play here, but there was a kid named Mitch Mustaine who was operating as a freshman quarterback, and so Ryan went to Michigan, started 3 games as a true freshman, and my, how things have changed since that date. Here's the call.
After review, ball will be placed at the 37-yard line. First down.
Replay official today is Don Dembinski, and that one goes in favor of the Razorbacks. 7-7 game, 3:57.
How big was that? Because there was a motion penalty against Arkansas, and he ended up getting a first down. They would have had to punt.
Yep.
Just like an extra series for Arkansas.
Green is the running back, gets the toss, good block, and then a nice tackle. So the block from Wade Grayson, thought for a moment he was going to get clear, but Nico Johnson, number 35, came up to make the stop.
I mean, talk about Ryan Mallett. They say they want to get him off pitcher's mound, and that he's not good when he moves around in the pocket. On this one against Florida, they may beg to differ. He had his feet crossed on the play, threw it off the wrong foot about 50 yards in the air for a touchdown.
Well, he had his worst game of the year against the Crimson Tide last year. Second down and 10 now. With time, right side, drills it. P.J. Williams, the tight end. Oh, he breaks the tackle, fumbles, and it's caught in midair. I believe Dominguez got it. I think Ray Dominguez, the offensive tackle, caught it. There's still a struggle for the football. Upshaw hit him, number 41. There's Dominguez.
And you know how this happens. First of all, a wide open receiver again. And what did DJ Williams tell us? I don't like one guy bringing me down. But the hustle by Dominguez that time is the one that made the play, because Upshaw had to hit, and Dominguez from his tackle position ran down there to make the play.
Bobbled by Barron, caught by Dominguez, first down and 10, just inside the 20. Mallett under pressure, almost picked off. He threw it while he was falling down, and Barron almost made the pick. Upshaw, again a factor in everything.
For the Nick Saban defense to work, Kirby Smart coaches it, and I've watched it in practice. One of the keys is to redirect those receivers. His theory is the receiver knows where he's going, so you got to force him a little off his route. That time the Alabama defense broke the play up by redirecting the receivers and forced Mallett out of the pocket.
Second down and 10. Mallett handoff to Green. Power play to the right side. And he's inside the 15. The tackle made by Dre Kirkpatrick, number 21. 2 new starting cornerbacks. They had to replace almost every starter defensively. Now, these kids got some experience last year. Now let's take a look at the red zone presented by Verizon. 9 touchdowns in 10 possessions so far this year. 5 defensive backs in for the Crimson Tide. Malik.
He had him. He had him. He threw
Joe
it too
Adams.
hard.
Yep.
It's really one of the self-critiques that Mallett has said about himself is on 3rd down, I gun it too much. And he had his receiver wide open that time, Joe Adams. He just threw it way too hard, and he's very upset with that throw. That was really simple.
That will bring on the freshman from Russellville, Arkansas, Zach Hawker, a 31-yard field goal. He won this spot in training camp this summer, beat out Alex Tejada, the senior. He's 2 for 2 for the year and make it 3 for 3.
See Nick and Kirby Smart. They're showing their defense. They're young. They're saying, good job, good job. It's a long game and a young defense. Give them some credit.
Frank Broyles Field at Donald Reynolds Razorback Stadium. Aerial coverage of the SEC on CBS, provided by Goodyear. 10-7, Razorbacks. That was an 11-play drive, helped in no small measure by the review and respotting of the football that resulted in an Arkansas first down. Alex Tejada will kick off, number 2, already with 6 touchbacks this year. They had only 4 all of 2009. This one's got a chance. Well, Richardson will bring it out from 2 yards deep. All the way out to the 39-yard line. Russ Rasner makes the tackle, number 35.
It was kind of Arkansas's worst fears, wasn't it? That Alabama would just stuff it right down their throats. Running the ball last year, Arkansas handled the run game. But I think the willingness of Alabama to throw the ball has forced that Arkansas defense to back up. They're not loading the box like they were a year ago.
And for the first time now, we see Trent Richardson in the offensive backfield. Here's McElroy back to throw. Being chased and intentional grounding. No,
I don't think
it's
so.
out.
Yep, that's a fumble.
That's a fumble. Tenarius Wright was chasing him, and the initial ruling here is fumble by McElroy.
I think it is.
Yes.
The ball was fumbled forward and out of bounds. It's returned to the spot of the fumble.
So apparently Askew, number 99, and first look from the field, the call is that Askew did not have possession. Right, obviously that's a fumble. It goes forward. Askew fumbles it out of ball. The last team that had possession gets the ball, not the last team that touched it.
And so second down and 20. Richardson is the running back behind McElroy. He breaks 1 tackle. He can't break the second. One of the memorable highlights of the 35-7 Alabama victory a year ago was Richardson getting loose and breaking 5 tackles on a touchdown. I remember you counting them as he went down the field.
Remember, this whole game, the Arkansas defense did a good job of handling the run game. But on this one, 6 different Razorbacks had a shot, and they all whiffed.
3rd and 11. Razorbacks with 5 DBs. They do blitz Jerry Franklin. And that one is complete for the first down. McElroy finds Julio Jones, number 8.
You know, a lot of people say, what's the strength or the difference of this Alabama team? One of them is a healthy Julio Jones. He basically played on one leg last year. He's never going to have the stats of some of those, flipping around offenses, but he's as dangerous a receiver there is in college football.
For the season, 16 for 16.5 average. The handoff to Julio Jones coming right. There's a battle for it. That should be a loss.
I asked offensive coordinator from Alabama, you got a lot of Wildcat? He says, yeah, we got 11 different formations. That's a lot of Wildcat.
So another one there, Jim McElwain, the offensive coordinator of the Crimson Tide. That's the end of one in Fayetteville. 10-7 will return to Arkansas after this message and a word from your local station. This crowd is anything but quiet. Not everybody got a great seat here. These folks are on a hill in the northeast corner of Razorback State. I'm not sure how much they can see. Here's McElroy on 2nd down. Fires it, caught, and it is short of the first down. Preston Dial with the grab. Vern Lundquist along with Gary Danielson, Tracy Wolfson. No surprises so far, really.
Now, you know what I think about Alabama is this is their 3rd straight year. Undefeated.
Right.
Undefeated 2 years ago. They lost the SEC championship. Last year they go undefeated. There's no team more prepared to play in a tougher environment like this than this Alabama football team.
Even with their youth on defense?
They've been through it. They've been raised in it. They've been around it. They came to Alabama for games like this.
Here's McElroy. That one is short. Michael Williams makes his 2nd catch of the afternoon, and it is close to the first down line. Tremaine Thomas and Anthony Leon made the tackle.
This was a double pick all the way. This guy was number 1. Williams coming across. Watch the double pick, the slot and the receiver. Both guys will come across. Double pick, double pick. There was really only one guy to throw to on the play.
Well, the first tackle made by Rudell Krim, number 4. And now they've called for the chain to be brought out.
And what did Willie Robinson, the defensive coordinator, say about Michael Williams? He's a glorified tackle with ball skills. That means the guy can block. It's no accident that Alabama can run the ball the way they do.
Short. Now I'm thinking back to our conversation. That's the very first thing he said to us. He looked down at the lineup. There's Willie Robinson. Played collegiately at Fresno State. And he came here with Bobby Petrino 3 years ago. 4th down. Crimson Tide will go for it. At the 37, Richardson is the running back. Tripped up, and flag is down.
And might be 2 chances for the Razorbacks to stop this one, either the penalty or the play.
Yeah.
Great penetration. I don't know who had it.
Prior to the snap, false start. Number 85 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Anthony Leon, number 1.
Yeah, effectively, it was no play because Preston Dial, number 85, moved. Yes, he did. Good call that time. And that's why Leon was able to get into the backfield. He was reacting to the movement by Preston Dial.
Nick Saban decides on 4th and a little over 5 to punt. So Joe Adams is back at the 10-yard line. Way up in the air. Wow, sky high. Touchback. 10-7 Razorbacks. Early moments, second quarter. Ryan Mallett, 8 of 13 with a 43-yard touchdown toss already.
Even
10-7 Razorbacks. It has been quite a week in anticipation of this game. For more, let's go outside the huddle. Here's Tracy Wolfson.
Well, Vern, let's go inside Woo Pig City. Arkansas students started camping out on Monday night, close to 200 tents in all, more than a half-mile long. And give them credit. They made it through a rainstorm Thursday night. Some passed the time studying, others shaving their head. But the real highlight for these students was definitely when Ryan Mallett and some of his teammates came to deliver pizza. And it paid off because at 12 o'clock today, those students got the best seats in the house, guys.
Yeah, among those who helped Ryan Mallett was DJ Williams. Jake Beckett said, hey, why didn't you guys invite me? I'd done it.
That's right.
So we didn't want you along. First down and 10. Niall Davis is the running back now. Play fake and a good one. Oh, my goodness. Jerry is right wide open. Dre Kirkpatrick was, I think, beaten on the play.
Yep, double move. You have time to do a double move when you run a play-action pass. Kirkpatrick has no idea. He's got his back turned to the play. But watch how Mallett buys time with the play-action pass. Watch the double move. Out and up. Kirkpatrick is, whoa, beaten by 20 yards.
Yes, and a gain of 43. Mallett, right side.
Oh, my.
Did he catch it?
Oh, my.
I think he might have, but he's hurt.
Hey,
Greg Childs
came down real awkwardly as he caught the ball.
So the celebration of this big game will be muted. Oh, dear.
You can't throw a ball any better than this. Watch this ball placed to the outside shoulder, perfectly thrown. Feet come in, and then his right leg kind of gets caught behind him on Kirkpatrick. How about Petrino, Vern? Kirkpatrick gets beat and comes right back at him the next play.
Childs.
Was his toe on the line? Was his right toe on the line? It was very, very close.
Well, they'll take a look. In the meantime, time has been called. Childs limps to the bench. While we were away, Greg Childs limped toward the locker room, and with every step, he walked a little more confidently. And another look, Gary.
Yeah, the question is, did his left foot come down before his right toe touched the line? Obviously, it's going to be reviewed.
As is every play in college football, and we have heard from the replay booth, this is confirmed as a catch.
Yeah, I think he got his foot down before his right toe touched the line.
Left foot. And so...
What a throw, huh?
Oh, my goodness.
No.
Kobe Hamilton, number 11, is lined up wide to the left. Niall Davison at running back now. He gets the handoff, and he is driven down at the 6-yard line. And for more on Greg Childs, let's check in with Tracy.
Guys, you saw he didn't even stop at the training room. He went directly into the locker room, and it looks like they're looking at his hamstring. So as soon as they come back out and they take further evaluation on him, I'll give you another report, guys.
Okay, Trace. Daquan Menzie makes the last stop. And it'll be second down from the 6.
Well, we remember the Florida game last year when Ryan Mallett missed a couple open guys in the end zone and they didn't win the game. He missed easy throws. Will he miss easy throws here?
Goes into the end zone and overthrows his tight end, DJ Williams. Crowd in that section of the stadium wanted an interference call. Mark Barron was defending. 3rd and goal. Joe Adams is on. The roar is because Greg Childs is trotting back into the bench area. 3rd and goal. 10-7. Razorbacks lead with 11:39 to go. First half. 4 wides. 4-man rush by the Crimson Tide. Mallett pumps once. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Alabama. Robert Lester, his 3rd interception of this young season.
This was not a very convincing throw, was it?
I didn't think
It
so.
looked like it was his 2nd or 3rd choice, and he really did not have a lot of conviction when he threw it. This is good 3-on-2 defense for Alabama right here. They play the system. The linebacker takes away the good throw underneath, and Mallett just assumes that Jarius Wright would be open, and you can't assume against this skilled Alabama defense.
3rd interception for Mallett this year. Bobby Petrino, are you kidding me? That's only on CBS. Razorback Stadium, Fayetteville, Arkansas. Top-ranked Alabama with the ball after the interception by Robbie Lester. And here is McElroy. Mark Ingram back as the running back. He and Richardson will rotate throughout the game.
How about this Alabama team this year? Got good skill players, use them. They're in the shotgun.
Ingram goes right. Breaks the first tackle and moves it out 6 yards to the 26. Well, it's that time in our telecast to cue the duck. It's time for the Aflac Trivia Question of the Week, which is the only team since 1970 to win back-to-back unanimous national titles. Only team. 2nd down. Big hole, big run. Mark Ingram. 10-7 here. Let's find out what's going on elsewhere. Here's Tim.
All right, Vern, Texas, a little bit like Florida, stumbling out of the gate, although winning. Curtis Brown is stripped by Sean Westgate of UCLA. It's recovered by the Bruins, and then Kevin Prince to Ricky Marvray for the 1-yard touchdown strike. They've since added a field goal. It's 10-3 Bruins over Texas. Back to you.
And it's early. 1st down and 10. Here comes Julio Jones. Oh, what a block he got in the corner. My goodness. Darius Hanks leveled a defender for Arkansas.
Yeah, and I think Julio Jones should go over and thank his fellow receiver, which he just did right there. You know, you can talk all you want about the great receivers that Arkansas has, but this is a great bunch right here for Alabama, too. Marquise Mays, Darius Hanks, Julio Jones, they have shown their game-breaking ability the last 2 years.
That's a gain of 19 and a 1st down at the 44. Ingram. Nice defensive job led by Patrick Jones, number 95. That it was Patrick Jones who lost the hog hat.
You know, we talked to Nick, and it's an interesting his philosophy about coaching. He says on offense, you gotta kind of let your guys go do what they do. So if you got receivers that can run routes, you gotta kind of form your offense to what they do best. But he said on defense, you gotta have a system and stick to your system. You can see he's playing to what his offense does best this year.
And he's put Trent Richardson alongside McElroy now. Richardson with a block. Nice little underneath route. Marquise Mays. And he gets loose to the 25-yard line before he's dropped. Elton Ford, number 9, makes the stop, and that's a gain of 18.
Well, let's talk about Greg McElroy a little bit.
Yep.
Okay? As good as Ryan Mallett is, and there's no argument with that, this guy is the perfect guy for the Nick Saban offense. And Jim McElwain, his offensive coordinator, said, for what we do, I wouldn't trade him for anyone in the country. You can see right there how calmly he dropped the ball off to the right guy again. 1st down and 10.
Left side. Huge hole. And the tackle is made at the 17. Well, I find it interesting. Now, you and I have gotten to know Greg McElroy in the last couple of years. You ask about him. Ask his own coach, McElwain. He's great at game management.
Yep.
You talk to Mark Ingram. What's his best attribute? Game management. You talk to Willie Robinson. What about McElroy? Well, he's great at game management, but it's almost a pejorative. It's almost like they're damning with faint praise.
Yeah, well, I don't think he cares. He's undefeated and a national champion.
You got it. And a Rhodes Scholar candidate, by the way. From behind, the tackle is made. That's Anthony Leon, who spent last year as a safety and has moved up to the linebacker spot.
Yeah, Anthony Leon made the tackle, but that was stuffed at the point of attack right over here. No movement up front, nowhere to go on the play, and that allowed Leon to come and make the play. Demario Ambrose, number 58, is the guy who stuffed that play.
3rd and 5. Brad Smelly, number 17, the H-back, started in motion. McElroy dances right, got a man open. Marquise Mays, first down. Willie Robinson, defensive coordinator, also said of McElroy, he's got escapability.
He does. But you know, one thing that we heard all week from the Arkansas coaches is, we'll take honest mistakes, not mental mistakes. And that was a mental mistake by Arkansas. Alabama came out in a bunch formation, and the defensive backs had no idea what they were doing. Franklin's trying to tell Leon what to do, and there was a lack of communication, thus the successful play.
2 wide receivers to the left. Richardson, the running back. Quick flip, left side. Julio Jones. And that one, Elton Ford was right there.
You know, it's kind of funny. McElroy is 8 for 10 in the game, and he's a 70% passer on the year. The 2 easiest passes of the game, the 2 quick screens, he's 0 for 2 on those. He's hit all the ones downfield. The gimmies, he's missing a gimme pop.
And the red zone stats in the Horizon red zone, they're 10 of 15 touchdowns. This is the 10th play of the drive at 2nd down. Not much pressure. Flip, right side. Richardson breaks the first tackle. Boy, he puts his nose down and drives for the 5, and that's about where he's going to be stopped.
Yeah, it could have been so much bigger, though. Demario Ambrose misses a clean shot on Richardson. There's a big difference. Watch the right side of your screen. Richardson catches the ball real deep in the backfield. Ambrose comes up one-on-one, and Richardson makes him whiff. That's a big difference, having the ball back 5 more yards here.
3rd and goal from the 4. Ingram is in, and they'll run the Wildcat. Nope, I beg your pardon. McElroy is under center. It's Ingram deep. Into the end zone, intercepted. And he'll run it out. Andrew Stewart, number 36. So Mallet is picked off for the Razorbacks. McElroy gets picked off for the Crimson Tide.
And you talk about a play. Because McElroy had to dodge a lineman in his face, it gave time for the defensive back that time to make the play. Watch this. Andrew Stewart reads the redirect by McElroy, so the combination of the pass rush and the time it created let Stewart jump on the play and make the interception.
How do you do? It remains 10-7. 10-7, 5:50 to go in the first half here. As Greg McElroy picked off 9 yards deep on 3rd down. And as he walked, first of all, beat yourself about the head. Listen to your head coach, a little slap on the backside. And then
Yeah, that used to be me. It was like, that's a terrible time for an interception. I'd go, Coach, let me know when there's a good time. Okay?
1st and 10. McElroy's second interception of the year. Here's Broderick Green, number 29. Well, remarkable, the similarity in the two interceptions.
Yes.
3rd down at both ends. Mallett kind of lofts it deep, lazily, and picked off 9 yards back. And then McElroy, I don't guess he saw Andrew Stewart.
His footwork was off, but when you're throwing to a glorified tackle, you got to be really careful because those guys can jump those guys. There's no fear.
2nd down. That's Chris Gregg in motion, wide to the left. Mallett always being chased from behind. Makes the catch. Greg Childs is back on the field emphatically. Gain of 7.
This is a sprint out all the way. Ryan Mallett knows he's going to get pressure from the backside. He realizes that guy's unblocked. He has to get rid of the ball, and he makes a wonderful throw on the run to Childs.
That's Daquan Menzie, who was coming after Ryan Mallett. 3rd down and 3. Arkansas, power run right side. Green popped short. Damian Square, number 92, and Marcel Darius with the tackles.
Well, you can see that the young Alabama defense is supremely talented. They busted for a touchdown, but they're starting to find themselves in the game. They have shut down the run game for Arkansas. 10 rushes for 26 yards in the game.
Now Dylan Breeding is back on. Mentioned a gaudy 46.8 averages here. They come after the block, but Breeding does get it away. Reminiscent of a year ago down in Tuscaloosa when Lorenzo Washington blocked one of Dylan Breeding's 9 punts in that game. Okay, the Aflac trivia question, which is the only team since '70 to win back-to-back unanimous coaches titles, either AP or the coaches or the BCS. Nebraska.
That's right.
94 and 95.
And remember, they're one of the teams that went undefeated 3 straight years, which to control their own destiny, Alabama will have to do.
1st down and 10. Handoff Ingram. Well, on the AP side, let's take a look at that list of repeat champions. Alabama 64-65. And again in 78-79. That's the Writers and Broadcasters poll, AP. And Texas 69 and 70. Nebraska 94-95. The coaches poll. Left side. Ingram in trouble. Caught short of the 1st down at the 49. Ramon Broadway, number 26, led the way.
Now let's remind everybody, this is our favorite part of the game, Vern. Remember, Arkansas won the toss and elected to receive. So Alabama in this kind of end of the half here, should they put points on the board and drain the time, although against Mallett that's hard to do, could get the ball by scoring and then get it again at the start of the 2nd half.
3rd and 2.
Big
2:37.
Stop.
Yep.
Big stop here by this Arkansas defense.
3 wides, 2 to the right. Up the middle, Ingram. Got it. Moved the chain. Talk a little bit, Gary, about ball security with these guys.
Well, they are about as tight as you can get.
Yeah.
Over 600 possessions where they've either run it, Richardson and Ingram, or received passes, and they've only had 2 fumbles in their career. So pretty safe to hand the ball to Richardson. 696 touches.
That's including the last carry. And now Richardson replaces Ingram. Mark telling us in a phone conversation, we are like brothers. We compete but we don't compete. Pump fake, man wide open, picked off. Oh, baby! Rudell Krim read the throw I don't think McElroy ever saw.
Well, remember, Rudell Krim is a safety, but in 2009 he was a corner, so he has great ball skills. It was a fake quick screen. Watch him fake the quick screen out here and then wheel route. This guy reads it all the way. Fake quick screen, looks like he's wide open, but Krim just eats up the play.
Intended for Darius Hanks, second interception. Off the arm of Greg McElroy here in the second quarter. Now Mallett with a chance. That one DJ Williams at the 38. Looks like they may go without a huddle here. Take another look, Gary.
Hanks in the slot, wheel route. McElroy says in practice it worked against the scout team every time.
Here's Mallett back. Underneath route. That's DJ Williams. That's a gain of 12 for the senior who caught 61 2 years ago. Last year, double team most of the year. First team all conference. And his catching numbers cut in half. Mallett said, what'd you catch 2 years ago? 63? He said, no, 61. 61. First and 10. That's Niall Davis.
Plenty of time left, plenty of timeouts left. Move the chains, move the clock. The young Alabama defense has not faced a sophisticated passing offense like this.
Now, it's interesting when you think of reputations among coaches. Petrino, offensive genius, guru, really, and Saban, of course, on the other side of the ball. Niall Davis, first down. Stop the clock while they move the chain, and the ball will be spotted just short of the 35.
Freshman Alvin Bailey, number 67, pulls around and gets a great block on the play. Watch him come around and just fit beautifully. Nice block on the play and just springs it. Wonderful job. And Marcel Darius is down.
Gets to his feet and limps as he heads toward the bench.
That is their one-on-one pass rusher. That's the one guy up front that the Arkansas people said is going to be tough to handle. And did he get hit from behind on the play as he was running? Sometimes those scoop blocks when you're the backside guard comes and gets you. And I wonder, did he get friendly fired or did he get a block from behind?
Child's top of your screen. Mallett looks the other direction. Oh, he's got Jarius Wright. Wow. That combination has clicked today. That's a gain of 20.
This is the same play that was a touchdown against Georgia, except the other side of the field. Tight end comes out, fade behind it. Throw it right off the corner. Watch this. Option, bang, right over the top. That's professional level passing.
Jarius Wright, 4 catches for 103 yards. He was shut out last week. Draw play, right side, huge hole. Niall Davis to the 1-yard line.
Timeout, timeout. Now, Arkansas has 2 timeouts, 18 seconds. That means they can run anything in their offense. Niall Davis, you think, oh my goodness, they got to throw here. They got to throw here. Nope. A slashing run by one of the 3 or 4 fastest players on this Arkansas team.
Clearing block from number 73, Ray Dominguez. Bobby Petrino. Ball at the 1. Niall Davis, sophomore from Missouri City, Texas. Time taken. We'll step aside. 18 seconds to go. Arkansas first and goal just inside the 1. Coming up, the Geico halftime report. Tim, Spencer, and Mr. Manning will show deference to the father of the three men. Look at this.
Ryan Mallett was in the huddle. He saw all of his offensive linemen cheering to the fans. He grabbed them and said, get in the huddle, concentrate. Maturity. The word they've used about this team this year is maturity. Everybody thought Ryan Mallett has this reputation as being a hard-throwing, fun-loving guy, but right there he showed he has the maturity to control his team.
Yeah, he said, I'm controlling my emotions this year. And then he added, I am a quarterback, not just a thrower. First and goal. Wingo.
Too many men on the field for Alabama. They had 12. Not a huge penalty.
No. Half the distance. That'll be a couple of inches. Well, the Alabama coaching staff is out on the field.
Prior to the snap, illegal substitution on the defense. 12 men on the field, half the distance to the goal.
I think Nick was upset because he was trying to signal timeout, but couldn't get the attention of any of the officials. He knew he had the wrong group in there, and that's why he was telling the official right there.
And that's what he was just out on the field giving the same indication. I called timeout. Wasn't given. Wingo again. Quarterback sneak. Touchdown. Arkansas.
What a turnaround. 2 huge interceptions by Greg McElroy.
He's never lost as a starter. 17-0 for the Crimson Tide. Ryan Mallett leads his team down the field, and they get the touchdown with 15 seconds to go before halftime. Hawker with the extra point. Ryan Mallett with the touchdown from a yard out. Used all of that 6'6" frame to score the touchdown. Bobby Petrino played collegiately for his dad at Carroll College in Helena, Montana. He said to us yesterday, this is just like Carroll versus Montana Tech. Maybe on a different level. Greg McElroy on the left, Ryan Mallett on the right. 2 picks for McElroy today, 1 for Mallett. The stats look good. McElroy 9 of 13 overall, but 2 interceptions. And on the last drive, Gary, Mallett 4 for 4, 41 yards.
Yeah, perfection. But just remember one thing. Greg McElroy on the road, Auburn last year, trailed 14-0, brought that one back.
Told us earlier this week that was the defining drive, not only for him, but for his teammates. I think they became real believers in McElroy. This one is short. Michael Williams.
Let's look back at Marcel Darius right here. His injury, I think one of his own guys gets blocked into him on the play. Damian Square, number 92, I think is the guy who got him from behind. He was actually blocked into him. I thought it was a pulling guard, but it was friendly fire.
Final 11 seconds of the first half.
What will they be doing here?
Handing it off. Giving it to a pretty good back. Richardson, foot race. Jerry Franklin tracing from behind. Time has expired. And that will be the end of the half.
Trying to run out the half. I think they should take a knee. There's no way they can score. And Trent Richardson almost takes it to the house.
Ramon Broadway finally got there. Had the angle. Franklin with the initial chase.
My, oh my.
Take a deep breath, everybody. We got a ways to go. Let's go down to Tracy, who's with Nick Saban.
Thanks, Vern. 2 crucial interceptions by your quarterback, Greg McElroy. Very unlike him. What's causing him so many problems out there?
Well, he just didn't throw the ball where he should have thrown it. I probably had a bad play for the coverage they ran on the last one. But we gave them, we lost 2 opportunities to score and gave them an opportunity to score, which is a real huge swing right before the half.
A quick strike to start the game for them. Another drive to end it with a touchdown. Your young defense, what will you tell them at half?
Well, we got to keep our poise. We're not executing and doing what we're supposed to do. We got too many guys making mistakes, busting coverages. Wrong guys are rushing. So we just got to settle down and get some poise about what we're doing and play better football fundamentally.
Thanks a lot. Vern, back to you.
Tracy, thank you. Arkansas with a late score, touchdown. They lead at the half. Let's go back to Tim Brando in our New York studio.
It's game time!
Man wide open. Picked off. Oh, baby! Top-ranked Alabama trying to come back now against 10th-ranked Arkansas before a full house here at Razorback Stadium. Moments ago, Tracy with Bobby Petrino.
Coach, the big question going into this game was about your defense, but they've answered so far. What's been the key for them so far?
Well, we're doing a good job of playing hard. They've made some plays. We just keep playing. We've been able to force some turnovers. We do need to do a better job of pressuring the quarterback and stopping the run.
You talked about believing. You're up 17-7. So what was the message to your team in the locker room?
We just got to keep doing what we're doing, stick together as a team, know that it's going to be hard fought, and hang in there.
Thanks a lot, and good luck.
Tracy, thank you. Razorback Stadium, Fayetteville. Beautiful part of this country here in the Ozarks. And a somewhat enthusiastic crowd now as the Razorbacks have a 10-point lead over top-ranked Alabama. Alabama will get the ball to open the third quarter. Alex Tejada will kick it off. Trent Richardson, Julio Jones are the 2 deep backs for the Crimson Tide. And this will be Richardson. Last week he returned 91 yards for a touchdown. And this time he gets it out across from the 30. Well, we hoped for a really good battle this afternoon. We've gotten one. Any surprises at all for you?
I guess the fact that the Alabama defense, we knew they were young, but they're making a lot of mental mistakes. Right. Guys wide open for Arkansas. I'm surprised that Alabama doesn't try to run the ball more. The one drive they did score, they had Ingram really hitting them and then throw off the run game. I think that's what we'll see here in the second half. As Nick says, I got a running game. Let me see if they could stop that first.
The Heisman Trophy winner is the tailback, and he gets the handoff and comes left to the 39-yard line. Now, Gary, let's take a look at halftime trends here in Fayetteville.
Well, let's start with the 2 quarterbacks. These were the leading passers in the country. In fact, McElroy statistically was 2 interceptions. Obviously really hurt his football team. Ryan Mallett, 250 yards passing in the first half. Ingram got off well. Remember, he only had 50 last year, but look at this. Averaging 253 a game, 300 yards at halftime.
That's stunning. Handoff again. Ingram comes left. Stopped at the 40-yard line by Ambrose, DeMario Ambrose. Willie Robertson selected him as the most improved player on his defensive unit.
Let's go back to what Bobby Petrino said to Tracy. The theme here all week has been, we don't have to do something extraordinary to win. Let's just play our game, settle down, play good Arkansas football. That will be good enough. That was the theme.
Levance Askew's a late sub. But Quintod Jones went off the field with his shoulder. 3 down, stunts. McElroy with a lot of time, but nobody open. He finally does find Preston Dial, and that's good for the first down across the 50.
Well, Vern, you said it. A lot of time. too much time. And Jake Beckett is the guy that needs to put pressure. Let's see how he did against Carpenter. Nothing. Nada. Stoned. That allowed about 4 seconds in the pocket to find the guy over the middle.
Jake Beckett, one of the better defensive linemen in the SEC. Here's McElroy. Goes deep. Julio Jones, and he overthrows him. Did Jones pull up?
I don't know, but they were fighting almost hand-to-hand combat between Broadway and Jones. This was a gimmick play, a throwback for a touchdown. Jones sees it. He tries to jump and get it at his highest point. I don't think he did, Vern.
Okay.
I think he said, I'm going to catch it at the highest point, and just couldn't get it.
2nd and 10. Earl Alexander, number 82, is on the field for the Crimson Tide, top right. Ingram. Wow. Anthony Leon, number 1, did a heck of a job. And that allows Jericho Nelson, number 31, to make the tackle.
Yeah, he saw this play all the way and kind of came backdoor. Carpenter's going to try to hook him. Watch him backdoor it. Comes inside the tackle and makes the play. Carpenter's saying, oh, I got the fast linebacker, get out there. And he backdoors behind him and makes the stop.
3rd and 9.
Can they get any pressure? There's the guy right there, Beckett. Can he do it?
They block him behind McElroy. Nice call.
Jake Beckett graduated from high school, Vern, as a 225-pound defensive end. He's playing today at 265 pounds, and he comes every play. You may block me once, twice, but I got the next one.
Oh, line drive punt. This will go out of bounds near the 15-yard line. Timely sack by Jake Beckett, part of a great family tradition of players here at Arkansas. Jake Beckett was destined to be a Razorback. His dad, Jay, was a starting center on a team that defeated Texas when they were number 1. His father and his uncle Chris also played here at Arkansas. It goes back to his grandfather, George, who played for Bowden Wyatt in the mid-50s. The Beckett family, and Jake Beckett just comes up with a huge play. 17-7. Ryan Mallett, toss, fake toss. Fires it. What?
Oh, man.
DJ Williams out to the 34.
Well, the question has been to me all week, is Ryan Mallett too tall? Basically, is he a statue in the pocket? Watch his feet here. Bootleg, and then he backs up. Watch him back up, buy time, and deliver a strike. That you can't get better footwork. Drew Brees doesn't have better footwork than that one right there.
Ooh, that's high praise.
That is high praise.
1st down and 10. This time they do hand it off to Broderick Green, number 29. Well, how tall is Ryan Mallett?
This is kind of funny because if you look at the media guide in 2009, Ryan, even when he was at Michigan, was listed 6'7". All of a sudden there was the question, could a 6'7" quarterback make it? All of a sudden this year, shrunk an inch. Come on, what difference does 1 inch make in height?
2nd down. 2nd and 8. Got a man open.
Wide open.
Jerry is right. 5th catch of the game for Wright, and another 1st down. They're carving up the secondary.
And it's easy. You know, I mean, when you talk about going, and most of the throws in this game have been to the outside, but this one's to the inside of the field. But right now, as much as Petrino would like to run the ball, they're gashing him in the throwing game.
That's a gain of 18 and a 1st down and 10. at the Alabama 46-yard line. Flag before the snap.
Prior to the snap, false start. Number 71 of the offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
It's Wade Grayson.
If you're wondering, Vern, the last time Alabama's given up a 300-yard passer, and Ryan Mallett's at 286 now, was in the Sugar Bowl against Brian Johnson. Remember the game they lost? And then prior to that was 2007. LSU and Matt Flynn beat him in overtime. Remember that game we were on?
Very definitely.
Been a while.
Well, he's hit his last 7. This time he'll be caught for a sack. Courtney Upshaw, number 41, gets through to make the tackle. Let's go back to the studio for this John Hancock update. Here's Tim.
Shaping up as an upset Saturday in the top 10, Vern. Jonathan Franklin's 11-yard dash gives UCLA, I said UCLA, a 20-3 lead, 20 unanswered points for the Bruins. Vern, it's early, but it's now early in the third. Back to you.
I'm surprised we didn't get it. Alabama losing, Texas losing, huge for the Flies.
Yeah, there's some ointment somewhere. Oh, nice catch. Roderick Green out of the backfield. And with that nice grab, Ryan Mallett has now hit his last 8 passes in succession.
Well, let's see if this Alabama defense can play sound defense, as Nick was telling Tracy, get to their assignments and defend this 3rd and long. This would be a tough one if they give this one up. This is a stop they badly need.
3rd and 13. Dante Hightower will go down. Nope, he's going to stay in an upright stance on the right side. See how many they bring.
There's Dante.
Yep. They bring 4. Mallett has a man short of the first. DJ Williams with the grab, but he's maybe a yard and a half. So I'm guessing that Bobby Petrino is going to go for the first down. Mark Barron with the tackle. No, this will be fun.
What did Derek Dooley call this? The gray zone, where you get the gray hairs?
Looks to be a little more than a yard. Williams now with 5 catches. Joe Adams goes left side in the slot. Play fake. Mallett. Oh, boy. Joe Adams to the 20, first down, Arkansas. Huge play.
This is where the height helped Ryan Mallett. He had an unblocked Alabama player right in his face, and he just flipped it over his head. Watch, coming off the end right here, he's going to get a guy right in his face. Fake inside. It was Damian Square, and he just flips it. Beautiful timing and execution on the boot.
First down and 10. 10 completions in a row for Mallett.
Remember, Alabama, 3rd and long. Arkansas picked it up on 2 plays.
They'll test left guard and pick up 1 on the ground. And let's go down to Tracy for this on Marcel Darius.
Yeah, guys, well, we saw him get injured before that half. It was the left ankle. He is right now, it's wrapped up, as you can tell, but Alabama doesn't give any injury info. All they told me was he's okay, but from here down on the sidelines, he is not at full speed, guys.
All right, Trace, thank you.
Yeah, he's limping. He is. He's favoring it.
Modricus Humphrey, the true freshman out of Hoover, Alabama, is wide to the left. 5 wide receivers. Mallett in trouble. Holds on to it, but he goes down after the tackle from Mark Barron.
Now that is Alabama defense at its best. Bringing the sophisticated blitz packages, and they're as good at trail blitzing as anybody in the country, meaning one guy goes, eats up the back, and the next guy follows right behind it, and that's who cleaned up Mark Barron on Ryan Mallett.
Loss of 7, 3rd and 16. Williams goes left. Blitz. They try little quick pass out here to the left, the right side, and the tackle is made by Dre Kirkpatrick. Darius limps back to the defensive huddle.
Well, if you can't cover them, rush them. And that's exactly what Alabama did here. Came after Mallet. That was a screen pass all the way. And didn't get the look that he wanted, I guess.
Long field goal for the year for Zach Hawker is 48. If he knocks this one through, it would equal that from 48 yards. Bingo!
I'll tell you, Austin Tucker did a good job. This was not a good snap. Watch him pick it up on one bounce and get it down, and great concentration, because that ball was not there until he was swinging his leg. That's wonderful execution on a poor snap.
DJ Williams, the senior tight end. Watch him. Watch the field goal. That a way to go. Well, we're here in Fayetteville, Arkansas on this beautiful late September afternoon. And the overhead aerial shots coming from the Goodyear blimp. Glad to have them with us here in Northwest Arkansas.
Well, as bad as it's been for Alabama,
Yeah,
down 13.
been there before.
Yeah, I mean, one drive, mix it up, make it a 20-14 game, and then the pressure will move back on Arkansas.
Alex Tejada to kick off for the Hogs. This is a good one. Richardson decides to bring it out from 3 yards into the end zone, and why not? And Greg McElroy back on the field, picked off twice, Gary, in the second quarter.
Yeah, so unlike him. This one's going to try to go to the middle, bracketed, cut off on the throw. A big play inside, and this was a gimmick play. This was for a touchdown. This just took too long to throw the ball. That ball should have been delivered maybe a second earlier, and there's no way the safety can get to the play.
McElroy for the day, 10 of 15, 109 yards. But the two picks critical. First down and 10 from the 26. Ingram. Ramon Broadway is the first there, number 26. Well, we mentioned Jake Beckett. He had a big sack a few moments ago. The Red Lobster presents today's Scholar Athlete. Amazing how this worked, isn't it? His GPA, look at that, perfect. He's already gotten his degree in finance, wants to become a lawyer like his father. His father, Jay, and his mom, Cindy, live in Little Rock. They are here, so is his brother, Chris. His uncle, Chris, rather. Second down, 5 DBs for Arkansas. McElroy, a lot of room to the left side. Oh, boy, he's popped. Short of the first down. Ramon Broadway, number 26.
Watch Julio Jones. You would think you'd want to cover maybe the best receiver in the country. This is a total bust. Julio Jones was right down the middle of the field for a touchdown. Watch this. No one covers him. No one's in the middle of the field because the quarterback was forced out of the pocket. But there was no safety anywhere to be seen. A flat bust, and they got away with it.
Richardson in the Wildcat now. One of the 11 formations. Oh, can he move the pile? This will be very close from first down.
Looked like he got it. Now, the busted assignments for Alabama has cost them.
Right.
The busted assignments for Arkansas so far hasn't. So far. Just keep running plays if you're Alabama. If we saw it, you know the staff for Alabama saw it.
Play fake. McElroy Deep down the left side, Julio Jones. Oh, he dropped it, but a flag is thrown.
Yeah, it's going to be interference, but it's only a 15-yard penalty. Again, the jostling between those two. Remember, it happened before. But, Vern, you're right. That ball could have been caught. Watch them banging as they go down the field. Broadway, Julio, flag is thrown. Oh, he grabbed his arm right at the end.
Pass interference. Number 26 of the defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
McElroy got whacked. Now on the sideline, Julio Jones for the day, 2 receptions, 35 yards. He'll rest for this play. Boy, he made an amazing grab.
Yep.
Was it Penn State or earlier than that? Just San Jose State. One of the better catches of the season.
Here's that pistol formation again.
Yeah. Ingram.
Interesting when we talked to Mark Ingram about, and I asked him, what did you work on to be better this year? And he said the mental aspect of running, anticipating where the key blocks are going to be, trusting my linemen, and knowing where the big plays are. He said, I wanted to be better mentally in my run game, and I wanted to be better physically in pass protection.
.240 in the third. Play fake. Little flip out to Julio Jones. Oh, that could be a block in the back. Darius Hanks, absolutely.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, absolutely. There's your mental mistake.
This is more what I think Alabama does the best. Now, they're supremely talented, but I think this is what McElroy does best here, too. Run the run game and hit the little bootlegs. Dumping the ball off, moving the chain type offense.
Blocking the back. Number 15 of the offense. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. Second down.
See him right in the middle of your screen right there. That was kind of a twofer there, wasn't it?
Yeah. And so the ball is spotted. Well, let's see. At the 43. 20-7, Arkansas. They scored first, second play of the game. Mark Ingram tied it up with a 54-yard run. All the scoring since that time has come from the guys in the red jerseys. 2nd and 5. Up the middle. He hit something.
Chance Warmack was going to try to fold around and get the block, number 65. But Ingram said, I don't have time. Can't wait for you. Sorry. Watch number 65 come around, and Ingram says, I'm going the other way. Don't have time. Because he hit the hole.
The last time Greg McElroy had 2 interceptions in a game was last year against South Carolina. Mark Ingram took this club on his back and rushed for 246 yards in that game. He's in the Wildcat position here. Right side, Preston Dial blows out a defender, and Ingram is out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
Come on, the guy's just good. I mean, I was a bit tickled. Now, I know how good Trent Richardson is. He's a wonderful football player. But to say he's a superior player and they won't miss Mark Ingram, come on. This guy reads the blocks. You called it, Vern, a wonderful block downfield. That time by Preston Dial, but set up so perfectly by the running back.
Now Ingram will get a rest. Trent Richardson is on. Flag. Well, 3 of them.
I don't know if there's been a lot of 2-man backfields like this in college football. There's been a few, but not many.
False start. Number 76 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Mark it back. Well, Richardson, Ingram certainly as accomplished as any two playing in college football right now. First down and 15.
I think Arkansas fans are saying, we had ones like that, I think, a few years ago.
Oh, how can
Just
you
tease it. Just
can you
tease
say
it.
McFadden and Jones? First down and 15. Little screen right. Richardson cuts left at the 5. Touchdown, Alabama.
They are good, aren't they? The screen game. It was one of the red flags for this game. Willie Robinson, defensive coordinator, said we must stop the screen game.
DeQuinta Jones is the injured player.
Sold downfield, dump it off. Got the big guys in front, and just one of these two guys are as good as you get.
Now, Willie Robinson was telling us yesterday as they tend to the defensive lineman Jones. In last year's game, Alabama had 3rd and 9 or longer 6 times. They got a first down 5 out of the 6. And here is the catch by Richardson.
Smart, strong, and a good play call. Can't beat that.
Jimmy Johnson, of course, was a part of that 1964 national championship team. Jim Lindsay, you saw Jerry Jones at halftime as they honored Ronnie Cabnis. Here's the try for the extra point. It's Jeremy Shelley. Knifes it through. Jimmy Johnson graduated from high school, Port Arthur Jefferson in Port Arthur, Texas. Among his high school classmates, Janis Joplin. I've done my homework. 44 seconds to go in the third. Alabama top ranked, trailing the Arkansas Razorbacks, ranked number 10. Vern Lundquist, Gary Danielson, Tracy Wolfson on hand from Fayetteville. And also in attendance, 76,808. That is a new attendance record for Reynolds Razorback Stadium. Kate Foster will kick off. Modricus Humphrey, number 83, back to return it. And he will do that from the 3-yard line. Ouch. And DeQuinta Jones limped off. Let's get an update. Here's Trace.
That's right. The defensive tackle has been dealing with a left shoulder injury all game. He suffered the injury in the first half. He re-injured it on that touchdown. They have taken him to the locker room. No official word, but it looks as though they will have to finish this game without him, guys.
All right, Tracy. Arkansas has it at the 21-yard line.
And I don't think Ryan Mallett nor Arkansas is surprised that it's somewhat of a shootout. They knew this was going to go to the fourth quarter, and they were going to have to continue to score to win.
Mallett handoff right side. Niall Davis, number 7. And he quickly moves it out just short of the 31. Mark Barron with a tackle. Well, this game, of course, garnered a lot of attention. Tough break for Houston. Case Keenum is out for the season. They also lost their backup quarterback, and our best wishes to Mark D'Antonio. Suffered a mild heart attack, but he did visit practice. Matter of fact, Nick Saban, Mark was on his staff at Michigan State. Nick said he had spoken with him by phone earlier this week, and he sounded good. Niall Davis gets the carry, number 7. Well, take a deep breath. We've got 15 minutes to play. Nick Saban seems fired up. That's the end of the third. 20-14. Back in Fayetteville after this word from your local station. We begin the fourth, 20-14. Razorbacks, they broke a 7-7 tie, scored 13 unanswered. But Nick Saban's offensive troops just marched down the field and have gotten to within 6 Last regular season loss at Auburn, 2007. Sweep. Good block. Wow. That was Ray Dominguez, and now we've got a few flags flying. Robert Lester, number 37, took a shot out of bounds.
This was pretty well defensed. The speed sweep to the outside. The Alabama defense makes it go wide, defended, and then the tackle starts. Oh, you know what?
You know what?
That could have gone the other way.
He was dragged down.
Yes, he had to tackle. Now he's trying to get off, and it was dragged the other way. But remember, look where it happened. The Arkansas bench. You don't get the benefit of the call over there. Let's see if they think about this, and it's against, it should be really against Arkansas.
How about a no call? Just saying.
There were 2 fouls on the play. Dead ball, personal foul, late hit on number 37 on the defense. We had a dead ball, face mask on the offense. Those penalties will offset. Second down.
Well, effectively, Vern, you got your wish. It was a no call or a double call, the same thing. Near the sideline, Lester starts the tackle. You got to tackle the guy, and then he tries to let go, but gets yanked down at the same time. Well,
so,
no call.
No call. Or offsetting calls.
Yes, 2 calls on one play, offsetting.
Now, they've obviously just shown this on the large screen here.
No, they got it right.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
DJ Williams sets up to the right side. Alabama showing blitz. Here's Mallett. Childs popped in the air and incomplete. Joey Adams tried to get there and couldn't quite. And so we began the fourth. We had hoped this would be a really close ball game, and look where we are.
Well, this is a tough stretch for Alabama. I mean, look what they're facing.
Yep.
Maybe the 3 wizards of college football on offense. They go Petrino, Urban Meyer, and Steve Spurrier back to back to back. And they knew coming in here with a Ryan Mallett quarterback and a young secondary, this would be a tussle.
3rd and 7. Mallett. Not free. Flag. No. Line judge over here had a very good shot at it and said no fall.
And you know, Ryan Mallett could not step into this throw because he was rocked on this one. Remember, the goal of the defense, affect the box. You don't have to sack them. You got to put pressure on him. And he got hit just as he let it go and driven to the ground. Was it Nick Gentry?
Yes. Mallett.
The series before, it was the blitz, and this time just the front 4. Put pressure on Mallett.
Gentry, number 58. Dylan Breeding punts it. Nice downfield tackle at the 15-yard line. Terrell Williams, number 25. 45-yard punt. Nothing on the return. Alabama has the football.
And now it's time for our Geico game recap.
Arkansas won the toss on the second play of the ball game. Mallett finds Wingo 43 yards, and the Razorbacks were up by 7. Alabama had an answer. Heisman Trophy winner Mark Ingram, 54-yard run, tied at 7. Field goal was next. Hooker from 31 yards out to give the Razorbacks a 3-point lead. And then Ryan Mallett on the ground, a 1-yard rushing touchdown right before halftime, 17-7. Hooker knocked one through from 48 yards. Richardson with a wonderful run after the catch, 20 yards out. And then a couple of notes on the quarterback. McElroy has thrown 2 interceptions today. Ryan Mallett has won, but the 3rd straight game, 300-plus yards passing.
But the Alabama defense has stepped up in the second half of this game, and the offense, remember the last drive, 8 plays, 6 of them were runs. That's how they moved it down the field.
Play fake. That's going to be a hold. McElroy shoved as he goes out of bounds, but there was some action back at the 8-yard line.
Yeah, this was going to be a gimmick play. Jim McElwain was going to try to catch this Arkansas defense trying to stop the run and go for the home run on first down. The safeties were back. It didn't work.
Number 76 of the offense. That penalty will take it half the distance to go. Repeat, first down.
That's on DJ Fluker, and Jay Beckett was providing the opposition.
Yeah, Beckett moves to both sides, right and left, and this time he ran right through the tackle and Ingram. But you know what? There was nobody open on the play. Thomas and Krim, 4 and 5. The safeties did not bite.
First and 17. McElroy. Ingram.
Jericho Nelson made a great play on that one, because I'll tell you, when Ingram gets the ball in space, he really makes people miss. One of the great check down backs in college football. When he catches that ball, even if he has his back to the defense, he seems to be able to feel where the open space is.
Second and 10. 5 wide receivers. Empty backfield. Ingram is split out. McElroy finds Marquise Mays. Anthony Leon at 1. And that's going to give Alabama a 3rd and 5.
See, that's the flexibility that this Arkansas defense has. With Jericho Nelson, number 31, and Anthony Leon, number 1, 2 players that played in the secondary last year, they can handle those crossing routes in space. The question for me was, could they handle the power game of Alabama?
3rd and 5.
Vern, is it Beckett or nobody? He seems to be the only guy that can do it.
Ingram top of the screen. Beckett comes from the right side underneath route. Ooh, that's going to be close. Caught by Julio Jones. Looks like he might have it.
That's where the size and strength of Julio Jones was able to carry the tackler for a first down. Broadway has been with Julio all game. Now, of course, this is reviewable.
First and 10. Under 12 to go. Richardson pulls his way near the 35-yard line. Now let's go to Tim Brando for this Heisman Watch presented by Nissan.
Well, Vern, Mark Ingram's already got his Heisman, and Ryan Mallett is certainly a candidate. Denard Robinson today was big, in only 9 minutes of play. Got nicked up, but will be good for next week. But check out the numbers on Terrell Pryor. His day is done, and for Andrew Luck, those are the first 2 interceptions he's thrown this year, but he is leading Notre Dame right now. Back to you.
All right, Tim, thank you. First and 10. Richardson and the Wildcat. McElroy, top of the screen. Here's Julio Jones. And this time, Arkansas defends the run quite well. Brian Jones, number 54.
Well, these 2 guys, Ingram and Richardson, it doesn't even account for their pass receptions in this game. But you can see Ingram, he had that long touchdown run, and right at the end of the half, Trent Richardson had that long run also that really helped his stats. But Ingram has been amazing running the ball.
202 yards rushing the ball today.
Yeah, that's a bad stat for Arkansas and great for Alabama.
Ingram has Darius Hanks Again coming underneath, and that's out to the 50 and a first down.
Well, here's what's going to happen right now. Willie Robinson, the defensive coordinator for Arkansas, is going to see what we've seen. They can't put any pressure on McElroy. He's going to have to crowd the line of scrimmage and blitz. Just the way Kirby Smart blitzed to throw Mallet off his game, he's not going to be able to allow McElroy to stand in that pocket and just pick him down the field. Because of that, will the blitz produce a big play against the man coverage? Let's watch.
On first down, trailing by 6. Fake the draw. Again, no pressure. Deep left side. Julio Jones. Missed him by a yard. Wow. Second and 10. Kevin Norwood, number 83, on the field for the Crimson Tide. Wide left. Arkansas is coming. Richardson to the 45-yard line. Third down 5.
Yeah, you could see they're going to have to bring the blitz. Beckett was not on the field, so if they were going to put any pressure, it had to be from the blitz. And they almost got him in the backfield. Very methodical drive again for Alabama. That's what they're known for.
They've been effective on third down. They are 6 of 10 in the ball game. And the Crimson Tide looking at 3rd and 5 as Julio Jones comes wide to the right side. McElroy avoids the sack, pulls up close to the line, has a receiver open. It's first down. Alabama to the 25 is Ingram. Finds his way free.
Excuse me, Vern. Such an underrated part of Greg McElroy's game. His ability to feel the rush and buy time. This time he had to avoid the rush, stays downfield, and then as he scrambles out, calmly drops the ball off for the first down. We saw it in the SEC championship game. Remember that?
Yes. And a player is down. It's DeQuinta Jones again. He's down at the near 35-yard line. Tracy reported he's been battling a bad shoulder most of the afternoon. This looks like something involving his leg. Here's McElroy after he lets go. Oh, my goodness. That's Jay Beckett. And that is DeQuinta Jones. We'll get a check when we return. Tis a beautiful day to be high in the sky, and these aerial shots come courtesy of the Goodyear blimp. Great to have them with us as we enjoy this one from Reynolds Razorback Stadium in Fayetteville. First and 10, the defending national champions trailing by 6, but threatening at the 25-yard line.
Both tackles to the right side over here and an overload on the Wildcat.
And Ingram keeps it. Oh, boy. Cut down just inside the 20. Had he been able to leap over that defender, might have been gone.
This package that Ingram, as Vern told you earlier, was so successfully run last year, he seems so comfortable with it.
Remember, it all started here, this Wildcat formation, with Houston Nutt and Darren McFadden. Second down and 4. Play fake, McElroy deep into the end zone, incomplete. Double coverage, 8 yards back.
Yeah, it was a nice throw by Greg McElroy that time. He put it up high where only his guy could get it. He was throwing it under the short coverage, over the safety, and only Julio Jones was going to be able to get it. The two safeties were back there, Thomas and Madison, a corner and a safety, but that was a well-thrown ball.
8:04 to go. 3rd and 4 from the 19. Alabama trailing by 6.
Just got to figure, why do you come off the running game, though, sometimes, don't you?
Yeah. 2 wide left, 2 wide right. Razorbacks bring only 4. Underneath pass, it's caught, and that's going to be an Alabama first down at the 12. Julio Jones.
This was another one of those cross pick passes that Alabama runs against man-to-man coverage. Julio Jones to the left, but he gets help when he comes across. Julio's here, but watch the pick coming across off the umpire. Remember, the umpire still is here in college ball, so you get a double pick on the play.
Alabama now 8 of 12 on third down conversions. They have a first down at the 12. Ingram behind McElroy.
You really got to admire Alabama's calmness, don't you?
Ingram. 11-yard line.
We just have that been there, done that.
Yeah.
You know, if we can handle that Auburn drive. Yeah, we've been behind by 4. We told you they were behind by 14 to Auburn. Can't have a more crucial drive than that. Everything riding.
2nd and 9. Richardson's on the field now.
A nice one-on-one down here with Julio.
McElroy looks that way. He's got a man open, but it's too far. Darius Hanks. Incomplete. 3rd and 9.
Well, 3rd and long. This was the game. This is what the Arkansas staff said we had to win. Remember, they got hit with a screen pass earlier. And Beckett is the only guy putting any pressure on the quarterback. Can someone else help him, or will the coach help him with a blitz?
Jake Beckett will be on the right side of the Arkansas defense. McElroy nailed.
Not help.
Tenarius Wright, number 43.
He got help, didn't he? Extra protection for Beckett over here. Chip him, but to the opposite side. Wright just outruns the block and gets a huge sack in this football game.
And so the field goal unit is on. Jeremy Shelley from 36 yards out. A.J. McCarron is the holder. Perfect. McElroy limping. Willie Robinson gave them help. Gary and Tracy and I and all of our crew will be in Tuscaloosa for Florida against Alabama.
Well, how about Kirby Smart? Well, I said he's got the Bermuda Triangle here as he's going up against Petrino, Meyer, and Spurrier. But in the second half, he's dialed it up for Alabama. Only 76 yards of total offense for Arkansas in the second half. And Vern, only 3 drives. This is only the 4th time they've had the ball in the second half.
Well, Mallett carved them up in the first half, hitting Wingo on the second play of the game. Here was Jarius Wright.
Yeah, in the first half, he was able to find busted assignments and make big plays, and Alabama never pressured him. Look at the space he had, and he made all the throws. Kirby Smart brought the blitz, and then all of a sudden the game changed. Now, 6-minute drive. Can Arkansas put together a drive and score a touchdown and win this game, or will that Alabama defense bow their neck and get a stop?
First down and 10 at the 20. Mallett back, rush coming. Dante Hightower, and the pass is delivered at the feet of the intended receiver. Dante Hightower and Mallett feeling the effect of the contact.
Hightower made a brilliant play on this one. That forced the poor throw on the play.
Mentioned earlier that Dante Hightower suffered a knee injury in this same game a year ago, costing the rest of the season. He was given a medical red shirt. 2nd down and 10. 3 men down for the Crimson Tide.
They were going to blitz. They audibled out of it, Alabama did.
Yeah. Handoff left side. Good block on the corner, but it was too good a block. Holding call, 2 of them. I think they're going to get DJ Williams.
I think you're right.
Good holding, number 65 of the offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. 2nd down.
That's DeMarcus Love. Apologies to DJ Williams. Now Marcel Darius nicked in the first half.
Yeah, he's not even 50% out there. If the ball isn't run right at him, he can't make a play.
.539 to go. 20-17, Arkansas. Malik at the goal line. Finds Nile Davis out of the backfield, number 7. But now, big 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 11.
Yeah, and I think you got to get Darius out of there. I mean, remember the hit earlier when Nick Gentry pressured the quarterback. I don't think Marcel has any. The last 2 plays, he had nothing. Now watch him just fire in there and get a sack, but he has not been able to come off the ball.
5 defensive backs on 3rd and 11. Arkansas has 2 wide left, 2 wide right, and hang on. Timeout, Arkansas. That one called from the coaches. 4:53 to go. When we come back, Hogs, 3rd and 11. 4:53 to go in this one, and we invite you to stay tuned for the Jeep Chrysler postgame show on CBS Sports. 3rd and 11. Razorbacks only 2 of 9 on 3rd downs today. Alabama has 5 on the line, and they bring all 5. Hightower's blocked out. Malik goes deep. Intercepted. Picked off by Robert Lester. Still up inside the 15. Ryan Mallett overthrew his intended receiver.
Trying to throw the middle read against 2 deep safeties. Watch the receiver come inside and try to go down to the middle, but that time the ball hung too high, trying to throw the middle read to the inside, and he does not get it. Poorly thrown outside the hash, and it cost him. Had to be in between the hashes. He threw it outside the hash.
Intended for Childs, picked off. Robert Lester with his 2nd of the day, 4th of the year. And here are the defending national champions in the Wildcat formation. Ingram with a direct snap. Goes left, gets a block. Breaks a tackle and is down at the 5. Jerry Franklin.
All you got to do is follow big number 85, Preston Dial, on that play.
On the day, 322 yards, but 2 interceptions. 1 deep in the end zone as they were going in for a score.
Keep it in 22's hands.
I would, yeah. Fairly decent idea. He's down near the 3. Look at that pile. My gosh. It just kept going south.
1st and goal. Ingram has only turned the ball once in his career. Snap it to him directly and let that guy find a crease and push it down there and get some help from Blahos and everybody else.
Mark Ingram, Heisman Trophy winner last year, and his team won the national title, trying to defend the national championship, and he'd love to add a second trophy.
They've stayed so patient and played great defense in the second half.
Handoff. Touchdown, Alabama. Mark Ingram gets 6.
Well, they went left every play. The Wildcat, and then the I formation, and he falls into the end zone behind Williams, Carpenter, Warmack, and Blahos.
And Preston Dial led the way from the fullback position. And we are told they will review this play. Well, they have reviewed it apparently. Extra point is up and good.
Well, Ryan Mallett wants it on his shoulders. It's on his shoulders. But when you put it to number 22, I'd feel good any time in this game. They mixed it up well, but when they went to Ingram and Richardson, that's their money, guys.
.318 to go in the ball game. Ryan Mallett getting ready to go back on offense and trying to shake off the memory of that critical interception on 3rd and 11. Garrett.
Yeah, it's hard for these guys, the safeties, to get out of the frame of the quarterback because there was no width forcing him wide. When he threw it to the outside, it was a pick all the way, and then he just mashed it. After the interception, they just mashed it in. And this Alabama team that has faced so much just turned back and said, we've been here, we've done it, and they stayed so calm. Now, as bad as the stats have been in the second half for Arkansas, it's 4-down territory the rest of the game.
Marquise Humphrey out to the 20, down at the 21. And Humphrey will be slow to get to his feet. Well, a week ago, Georgia came from 14 down, tied it up, and guess who went to work?
He started off with a kind of a trick play. That was an earlier touchdown in the game, but he was kind of got him a couple times on easy one, but the last one was the last drive. And that's the winner in the 2-minute drive.
Here's Mallett back. Whoa, dropped. Joe Adams, number 3. And after hitting 11 in a row, Ryan Mallett is now 1 for his last 6.
Yeah, but it's so deceiving. He's 11 in a row. They were wide open. The second half, they've been covered, and he's got the pass rush. But that one was a complete drop.
2nd down, 10. Childs leads the way wide to the right side. He's joined by 2 others. Not much pressure this time. Mallett finds Jarius Wright to the 30. See where the spot is. That might be enough to move the chain. Line judge indicates with his left foot. It's at the 31. Hurry up offense for the Razorbacks. It is enough to move the chain. It'll be 1st down and 10. 2:55 to go.
5-man rush.
Little pressure, pass well to the left. Oh dear. Will Lowry, number 29, got a little anxious.
I don't even know if that ball was catchable.
Catchable, exactly.
Lowry was just cutting off the receiver. They might pick this one up.
Pass interference, number 29. The penalty will be enforced at the spot of the foul, automatic 1st down.
Good ball. He was just cutting off the player. Watch Lowry to the left side right here. The ball goes by, and then he hits him. I think that one was a bad call.
And it brings up a 1st down and 10 after the penalty is walked off. 2:49 remaining, 4-point margin. Ryan Mallett Centers short, diving catch. Adams across the 50. And a first down at the 49. That's a gain of 19.
See, that's when you show you got guts as a quarterback. You throw an interception over the middle of the field, and you come right back and feather one over the middle of the field.
First down and 10 from the 49. Whoa, DJ Williams came across.
Number 45 of the offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Mental mistake by one of the real leaders of this Arkansas team, DJ Williams. And it cost the Razorbacks 5. McElroy was banged around on that last touchdown drive. He's a little gimpy as he walks on the far side.
Let's watch how Kirby Smart tries to put pressure on Mallett.
3 down. Blitz coming. Yep.
5 come.
Catch is made at the 48-yard, 49-yard line. Greg Childs, 2:12 to go. Arkansas has used one of its timeouts. It has 2 remaining. 2nd and 9.
Still plenty of time.
Oh, for this guy.
Yeah.
Under 2. He's being chased, lobs it deep. Oh, is it picked off?
It was.
Yes, it is. Dre Kirkpatrick, number 21. Damian Square with the pressure.
I think Mallett was trying to throw this ball away and misjudged. I think he was just trying to get it to the sideline and avoid a sack. And Kirkpatrick got both feet in. He got the pressure, tried to throw it away, and didn't get it out of there. Now, they have 2 timeouts left, I believe, and they need to stop. But can they stop this ground game? And maybe the best running back, obviously, in college football. And they'll go right back to the Wildcat.
Mark Ingram. Ryan Mallett. 3rd interception of the ball game. Ingram from the Wildcat. They have run it for 219 prior to this snap. And they get a few more. Dre Kirkpatrick with the pick.
Yeah, nothing was really there. Kirkpatrick is playing up here. I don't know if he was in man or zone coverage on the play. Let's take a peek. He was in man coverage. He just turns around and the ball he sees being floated out of bounds and just gets a freebie.
Time called. 1:41 to go. .141 to play. Looks bleak right now for the Razorbacks of Arkansas, hoping to knock off the number 1 team and take a huge leap in the SEC West battle.
I think what Nick told Tracy at halftime, we got to regroup and run our defense. In the second half, they have not busted assignments, and they've throttled this Arkansas offense.
Mark Ingram remains in the Wildcat. William Vlahos will snap it back. It's true. Here's Ingram. Again, just to underline ball security for Mark. He's at 1 fumble lost in his career.
But this is a big first down. What do they do? 3rd and about 3 or 4.
Time is called. Arkansas has out of them. Ryan Mallett had a big start to this ball game, but 3 interceptions, Gary, have really proven costly.
Yeah, 1 in the end zone, 1 he forced down the middle, and a poor throw on top of it. And then just moments ago when they had 4 down territory trying to get rid of it, he lays it up for a gimme to Dre Kirkpatrick. Now, if it's me, I run Ingram anyway, because even if I don't make it, I'm going to have that clock run down to 45 seconds when I punt the ball. I'm not going to stop the clock with an incomplete pass.
Well, they're going to keep it in the Wildcat. That means McElroy, the quarterback, is wide.
Nobody's covering him. They're going to say,
yeah, you're right.
They're going to play goal line defense.
There's not a soul there. Will Ingram throw it? No, he will not. Will he get the first down? No, he will not. I don't think. I should back myself.
No, I don't think he did either.
Really
but I think that was smart by Arkansas. There's no way they were going to throw it to him. They played 11 on 10 that time.
Yeah. Well, he raised his hand. You see?
Yeah,
I'm out here.
Yeah.
I'm out here. Razorbacks are out of timeouts. Short. Now then. Fourth and 4 or 5 inches. 1:20 to go. Field goal doesn't do the Razorbacks any good. Punt or go for it, Gary? They're going to go for it.
Or they're going to try to draw him off sides.
Ah, okay. That's why you're a highly paid analyst.
So Mallet did against Georgia with, what, 50 seconds left in the game. He's going to have to do it with under 50 against Alabama.
McElroy for the day, 2 interceptions. Mallet for the day, 3.
His last 2 were brutal, though.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that one was in the end zone. I mean, he gave Alabama 7 points with his second interception, and then the last one, he killed his drive. There's never a good time, but those last 2 were really rough.
Go back to the beginning of the day. Sorry. Many of these students camped out in tents outside the stadium. Began to form a line Monday night, hoping to see the Razorbacks knock off the top team in the country. They were up 20-7. Richardson's on the field.
Oh, are they going to go for it?
Timeout.
They didn't have enough guys on the field. Darius Hanks wasn't on the field.
Yep.
They only had 10. You know what Nick is upset is they had the ability, they had them tricked, basically. And now they've tipped their hand. Ingram was the guy that got the running game going. McElroy dumped it off to him for a few times. They went to the Wildcat, and he finished it off with that run for the touchdown.
For the day, 157, an average of 6.5, 2 touchdowns. Many of those runs out of the Wildcat formation. Well, here we go. 54 seconds to go.
They might make it, but I'd punt it.
Got a freshman punter.
Haven't had a punt blocked in 2 years.
Good point.
Or a year ago, excuse me.
On 4th. Ooh, he did. Yeah. Squeezed over his right guard.
Well, what a comeback for Alabama. That's why Nick makes the big bucks, huh? Goes for it, makes it, and finishes off a tremendous comeback on the road. And all they got to do now is take a knee and get out of here.
Going after their 28th consecutive regular season victory. Greg McElroy, the senior out of Southlake, Texas, in his battle with Ryan Mallett, a Heisman Trophy contender. Mallett with a tough second half, and McElroy unbeaten as a starter since he was in the 8th grade. Victory formation on first down.
What a football game, huh?
Oh. Alabama wins its 19th straight SEC opener. They win their 28th consecutive regular season game. Nick Saban and the Crimson Tide come on the road, find themselves down 20-7, resilient in the second half, patient in the second half.
It was like we've been there before. They played like they played in a lot of big games before. You could tell.
Crimson Tide win at 24-20. And our player of the game, Mark Ingram, Heisman Trophy winner from '09. Second consecutive game after the knee surgery that he has rushed for in excess of 150 yards. And Greg McElroy, by the way, he'll find out whether he is a Rhodes Scholar on November 20th. And he leads his team to victory as they come from 13 down. Let's go down to Tracy, who is with Nick Saban.
Coach, down 20-7 on the road. How about the poise and patience your team showed in this second half to come back?
Well, you know, we knew it was going to be a 60-minute game, and I think that our players did a great job in the second half, played with a much better intensity, much better sense of urgency, got a little more aggressive on defense and did a much better job, got some turnovers, got some pressure on the quarterback. So we did the things we needed to do. Great drives on offense.
Thanks a lot. Congratulations with the win.
Thank you.
Just another day at the office.
That's what his life is like in this league, isn't it?
24-20 is the final. Crimson Tide undefeated. Tim Brando will be along with the Jeep Chrysler postgame show next. Here's the lineup tonight on CBS. Hawaii Five-0, TV's new #1 show, followed by Blue Bloods and 48 Hours Mystery. Crimson Tide doubleheader for you a week from today. Tennessee LSU in the afternoon. We'll all see you from Tuscaloosa. Good afternoon, everybody.